Before I found my voice, I found her laugh, the one that raised me, held me, and taught me how to glow from the inside out.
And through every season, every I told you so, every late night talk, she reminded me I birthed more than a daughter. I birthed a whole vibe.
Okay, Mama, don't get cocky now.
I mean, tell the truth, shame the devil.
This podcast is our love letter to each other and to the women who came before us. It's heart, healing, laughter, and just a little bit of tea. Welcome to She Birthed the Vibe. Her laugh, my heart.
Hey, welcome.
Hi, everybody.
It's another one.
The way that she just comes on here and does so many planned things that, like, we talk about what we're going to say before a little bit, and she just don't go to the script at all.
Well, hey, y'all, this is Ashley.
And this is Mia.
And we are excited to have y'all on our current episode called The Lies We Tell. Really, it's called The Lies One Tells. But, of course, we're the one talking about it, so we're going to talk about our life. But we're excited to have this conversation. And we are thankful to have each and every one of y'all on here to tune in, to listen in. Also, don't forget, comment in the description or in the comment blocks and let us know what you're thinking and if any of this stuff jogs anything in your life or in your experience. And so, for me, when I thought about this conversation, it was based off of a lot of different things, but it's a great discussion because there's one thing that I tell my family. What is that, Mia?
I'm not going to lie, y'all. She tells us too many things to really pinpoint one thing.
But it's a topic that we're talking about.
Oh, she says, I hate liars.
Yes, Mia's about to go.
She be capping, though. She do be capping, though.
Yes, but I am... Ooh. Stay like
bugs
that.
at her.
Okay, Mia does not like bugs, guys.
That was the truth. That was never a lie.
That is the truth. She despises bugs. I pray for her each and every day for the day that she gets her own place. Well,
I'll call out to my neighbors. Head out the window. It's a spider in here.
The issue she's going to have with when the bugs are around and nobody is there to assist her, what is she going to do? She will leave the whole house, friends. Bro. She's leaving the whole house.
Until the bug is apprehended, I will call the police. There's a bug running rogue in my house. He broke in.
Ma'am, what's the emergency exactly?
Spider. Do you want me to die? He could probably be poisonous. I don't know.
You will have an emergency here if it's a poisonous spider.
I think he's poisonous. Now somebody come get this thing.
Yes, Mia has a serious situation with that. But back to the subject on hand. Today's subject is the lies one tells. And I think this is a very important conversation to have. This is a mother-daughter relationship show conversation. And so I like that we are going to be having this topic because, as you know, when we talked about parenting and we're talking about children growing up and we're talking about youth, lying is one of those subjects that parents have to have conversations about, kids have to have conversations about, and kids have a reality check concerning the word. But for me, I specifically aim to cut this out of my life because I hate liars because I know how it feels to be lied to. But I also want to have this conversation because you don't realize that everyone lies. You do realize that, but you don't realize the effects that a lie can have on your life as well as the individual that you lied to, which is why I feel like when I made a pledge or when I made the sold out decision to hate lies, that is what I was going for. One, to not feel the adverse reactions and consequences of what lies have done to my life, as well as just not make somebody else feel that same way. So I have a couple questions. That's just my observation of what this conversation can be about and what it is about and why it's important to me for us to discuss it. I'll let Mia discuss why she thinks it's an important subject for us to discuss, and then we'll get down to it.
I think lying is a important thing to discuss. I also see that, like, in human life every single day, somebody's lying. There's a lie somewhere, there's half-truths, which are basically lies. And then there's always, like, some part of you do not know the entire
thing. Even if you think somebody's telling you the entire thing, you don't know the entire thing. So lies are built into like this whole entire system that we have going on here.
Definitely, and that's what I hate about. Okay, I don't like to say the word hate either, so I'm trying to pause myself. That's why I keep pausing, because I also say that hate is a very powerful word, and so once you lay down the word hate, like that's it. Like you despise, you don't care if it's dead or alive. So I don't like to say hate to that magnitude, but I do hate the word lie. So I hate liars, I hate lying, and I hate the act of lying. And so what I was about to say is I hate something else, but I don't really hate that thing.
So what was the thing?
I forgot it. That's what's wrong with my memory.
So stuck on the hate.
Yes, because I was like, I hate, and I don't hate that. I don't want to say hate to that situation. Oh no, this is what I was gonna say. This is what concerns me about living is like Mia just said, you don't know the whole truth, right? This is what concerns me about parenting, because I had to in this season literally put cameras up, because I'm telling you, there's only 2 kids or 3 kids in my house. And when they're in the house, I'm like, who did this? And all 3 of them like, I ain't do it. So I know I didn't do it. Like all the way down to who drank the last sip of juice, or who put, who opened up the last part, like opened up the box of cereal and left it in here. Who left this whole box on the counter? If every single last person in the house is saying I didn't do it, somebody had to do it. And that's what frustrates me the most, because like Mia said, you don't know the whole truth. I wasn't there. I don't get to see the whole scene, but that's the part that concerns me and just drives me bananas about life, because you don't get to see the whole view. Like you watch a movie and you get like a snapshot of this whole movie, but then I'm that person that watches that movie and I want to know their whole life story after. Like I don't just want to know what the movie told me. I want to know where they are now, what they were doing before. Like it's a whole story for me. And so that's what's really frustrating, which is why I think lying is so easy, because everyone doesn't get to see a bird's eye view of the whole thing but God. So he gets the like front row seat to everything in life. What do you think about that?
I think that's true, but I feel like the very basis on which like humans live their lives on Earth is on lies.
So we're living a lie.
I mean, in some situations, yes. I personally think that we're living a lie.
So we can't have a life without lies.
No.
How?
I feel like a lie free, like I can stop lying to people, right? Like I don't lie to people. So I personally am not putting the lies out there, but living a life without lies, baby, no.
It's impossible.
Like the people will be like, oh, this is GMO free. You tell me there ain't one GMO in there? Lie. Lie. No pesticides? You ain't telling me like one pesticide droplet. Sprinkle this stuff on my apple. Lie.
Jesus.
Seems like a scam. Like the entire thing is like, oh, like Columbus found this land. Columbus stole it. Lie. Your entire nation is built on a lie. Lie.
So we're walking on the foundation of the lies.
Of the
laid down.
Of the lies. That's how I personally feel about it. I feel like so many things are a lie that people wouldn't know the truth if like the truth like smacked them in the neck.
In the face. And I believe that. I hear that all the time. You wouldn't know the truth if it presented itself to you. Oh, my leggy is hurting. And I think I just crushed the cricket.
Well, he should have died anyway, because why he in here?
Oh, our recording studio. But yes, and so my first question is, what's a small lie that ended up having a big impact on how you felt or how you trusted someone? A small lie that ended up having a big impact on how you felt or how you trusted someone.
Like just a lie in general, like it doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's a small lie.
I don't really know. I can't remember like the last time like lies really like impacted the way I trusted someone. I mean, I would say like with my parents, like my parents, parents lie to their kids a lot. And my mom will say she'd be hating lies, but I feel like as a parent, you lie differently because you're trying to like protect your kid. But at the end of the day, you're still lying.
Right.
Because it's not the truth. And I'm not saying run around here and tell your kids like everything. But I personally believe if your kid is old enough to ask a question, like if they are old enough to form the correct words out of their mouth, then they're old enough to hear the right answer, like a truthful answer. Like if your kid's like, oh, what is sex? If your kid can fathom that question, then you should probably start giving them an answer, because misinformation doesn't lead to anything but like miseducation. So then your kid's just gonna be like
birds and the bees.
Right. So I feel like if your kid can ask, you can answer.
But then I still think it's funny because they might ask me at 6, hey mom, what is sex? Well, maybe they just heard the word sex. They don't even know how to spell sex. They don't even know what sex is. They just know the word sex. So if I say the whole thing about sex, I don't even know what the context of their sex is. And so now I done gave them a whole preview when they wasn't really asking that, which is why as a parent you do it age specific. But like that same kid, I told them birds and the bees conversation, which is what most parents say. Mm-hmm. Birds and the bees. So which 15,
I actually never understood, like, who is the bird and who is the bee, and why are birds having anything to do with bees? That sounds insane to me, but let's continue the conversation.
But that same child is like later on in life, like they already got their explanation. So now the rest of their life it's birds and the bees. Then they go to school and they're like, fool, there ain't no birds and the bees. It's like women and girls and their private parts. And so then that kid's in a culture shock and they come back home, culture shock. And they come back home like, Mom, it's not the birds and the bees.
This is true. And a lot of people have this problem with like saying like real words, like what everything is called. They call it something like fancy. Mm-hmm. But like I really watching all this true crime and stuff, and the predators, they be eating that up, because then it's like you call it something that's not really what it is, and then it seems like more played out. Or I don't know. There's a little boy that like at where we work, and he just be telling everybody what it is. He be like, no, that's not what that is. This is that.
Right.
And some parents are so scared of that happening, their kid being the one to tell everybody else. But honestly, if you all told your kids, there would be no confusion, there would be no questioning. And then your kids wouldn't, like, sometimes, like, when they're little, they don't know what's happening. They just be doing stuff. They just be touching each other. And then they don't know that, like, that's not okay. Because not all parents, like, tease themselves about their kids about that. Like, I'm going to tell my kids till they're 13. Realistically, your kid's probably going to get a period when they're, like, 10 or 12, if you have a girl. So if you're saying, like, I'm going to wait till 16, you're late. Mm-hmm. She could have been pregnant 4 years ago.
Right.
Or when they make it, like, the longer you wait to tell your kid the truth, the more easily it is for somebody to be like, oh, this isn't that. This is this. Somebody else is going to tell him if you don't tell him, so you better tell him first. And he's 3, so he already know what it is.
Oh, my goodness. And
he can walk around telling everybody. He's like, no, that's my no square. I'm trying to change you, so how about you be quiet? You going to go to the potty by yourself?
Are you going to go to the potty, right?
No. So here we are.
Yeah, and I like that because she said a key word and it prevents, and it prevents the confusion. And so I love that for the young kids. Like, I love the practice of parenting and talking to them like you're having a regular conversation with adult. I also had some education training. Now, I work in the early childhood field. I am trained in the early childhood field. I have a degree in the early childhood education.
I don't have a degree.
Field. And I also operate and specialize in special needs. Like, that's my passion.
I don't do that either.
My education, that's my background. But I understand in my education class, like they always say this, and I love this part. Don't do to a child something that you wouldn't do to an adult. Now, that's key. And I wish parents and adults would really understand that. If you're not going to walk up to an adult and talk to them the way that you talk to some of these kids, then don't do it, because the kids learn that behavior as normal conduct and character, and then they replicate it and or they
put it to the extremes,
right? Or like they receive it as healthy, and the unhealthy part of it really holds them up from socialization progress themselves,
right? And
so, like, especially for me, if I'm talking about going from a 2-year-old all the way to adulthood, you definitely want to have those conversations. Now, Mia specifically, like, I let her go through all the phases of education. Like, I feel like she's highly intelligent. And so we kind of put her in that field of, like, education-wise, like teaching her things, the way we taught her things. The way we taught her things was, like, she already could click it really, really fast. So we taught her, like, in an education mindset. Like it wasn't no birds and the bees. Like, we just laid it out, like, spelling it out. Like, they couldn't go in the pantry without spelling the words. Stuff like that, because I already knew she could progress to the next level in some of those education. She went to, like, all the top museums, and she actually learned the fundamentals of every career, every scientific way to do things, all the different chemistry, ones that she learned about body parts. We went to one in Vegas that was literally the insides of your body. It was really kind of disgusting. But
yeah, it was really kind of disgusting.
But I mean, the biology of it, she understands. And as well as like some of the shows she used to watch, like we talked about on one of our shows about her watching that doggone Australian dangerous things in Australia.
I love those shows. Like they really put me on. Like me and my dad used to watch Shark Week every Shark Week. When it was Shark Week season, we was on the couch watching the Shark Week. I know every type of shark, what they'll do to you, how fast they will bite you, and how dead you'll be.
Right.
I know all about the animals. I can look at an animal and probably tell you what it is. Now it gets kind of weird because I'll be at school and sometimes like I have a country accent, but it's only sometimes. But some people say I have it all the time, but like certain words, they'll just eat me up about it. And I'll be like, oh, that's a da 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 da. And they're like, why do you know that?
Right.
And I'm just like, I just be here. Like I don't know what like 852 times 2 is, but I know that there's 52 weeks in a year.
There you go.
Like that type of thing. Right. Then they'll be like, you just have a brain full of random knowledge. And I'll be like, and it's not good for nothing. Not good for nothing.
Except for fun facts, because I'm telling you, me will eat you up with the fun facts and
I'm
just
a fun fact queen.
The random knowledge.
The little TikTok
we
videos.
know those things. Like it's wild. So like she said, we can't say shark and then say fishy. You know, you cannot do your kid like that. You cannot be like, oh, there's another fishy. A shark is not a fishy. A shark is literally
technically a shark is a fish. Fun fact.
Fun fact, and a fish, but you're messing up the kids when you just say fishy because they do have live babies. Yes,
sharks have live babies.
Yes,
sharks have eggs.
Sharks have eggs.
You just got ate up on live.
Did I?
Yes, no, I'm joking.
No, it's not sharks that do that. Sharks have live babies, like a whale.
No, they don't. Whales have live babies. Dolphins have live babies, but sharks have eggs. Boy, Mom, I really do not make me pull out the Google on you. Okay,
listen, I was with me with all this Shark Week stuff, so like I thought I'm gonna mix
because they can put them in the incubator. They've been trying to make different types of sharks.
What? All right, sharks might be the wrong.
They have the cutest little eggs. They have like really different looking eggs.
Oh, let me show you. Let me see that little little chart one.
Yeah, let me show you.
All right, disregard what I was just about to say about the sharks. Where do shark babies come from? Teaching me where the shark babies come from, friends. They do come out of an egg.
Yes, that's why they're fish, because
sharks are fishy. So that was the opposite of what I was about to say. What I was saying,
shark egg.
Everything in the water, you don't want to say fishy because some fishies are mammals because they're having live babies, like a whale.
Right, like
but a whale. Not like a shark.
Like a whale shark.
A shark is actually a fishy. But stuff like that, like we go all the way down to, crustaceans. You want to get bigger words. Like we used to play this game all the time. We still try to play it. Our youngest really likes us to play it. We all sick of it now.
I'm sick of that game.
But we play Who Am I? And that's, being a subject, which is an animal, a character, a movie, whatever. But it's Who Am I? Wow.
They like a whole shark being that little egg. But their eggs do look significant.
If you didn't know that, friends, sharks lay eggs. But I did know that once upon a time. I think I just forgot right now. But
it's such a weird thing to think about.
Right.
But having eggs is crazy.
Right. That is crazy. But that's one of those things you definitely want to like break it down. Like I have kids who have said excavator. Now I called everything a tractor. I call everything
on a
dumpster truck or a tractor. No, they're like an excavator. And I'm like, I had to look up what an excavator was. I'm not even gonna lie. Because everything had a similar name, like within the tractor groups. But no, each one of them have their own specific name, which we all know that. Like everything has
That's a tractor, that's a tractor, that's a tractor.
Right.
Get that tractor, boy.
They're all in the tractor group, but literally kids are so you don't want to dim down their lights with just saying that's a tractor. Because once they know there's another level of tractors, like what each tractor's name is, like I think the big claw has a name, the little claw has a name, and then those ones with the big long neck is an excavator, friends. So you better get it right.
What always amazed me about the kids is the boys who can name all the dinosaurs.
Yes.
Like all I got is T-Rex, a Brachiosaurus, like a Triceratops, and then after that, those are my 3. The ones who can just keep rambling on, I love them kids right there.
Yeah,
because those words are so long, and their little mouths don't do it right. But you know what they're saying.
Yes. And so if you really expand the kid's mind, they will go where you take them, but then they will be limited if you limit them. Right. And so that's how I will answer that question, is how it impact or maybe not trust someone. it made me feel like I'm dimming the light of the kids, like especially in the education field, like the kids that I educate or the kids or my kids when I'm talking to them. Once I learn that they already know better, I got to stop playing these lying games because like they already done went around the corner and back and you just told them a bold face lie.
Right.
And
but
so,
as a parent, you definitely be meaning well. But like my sales, you're not always gonna have a kid like that. So you have sometimes get away with. My mom doesn't get away with because I be on it.
Yeah, my kids
I be on it. But my little sister, she don't be on nothing. Recently, she's been on it, but like when we were younger, she was like, "Wow, mama, wow, really?" I'm like, bro, she's lying to us right now, bro.
If you just
conned.
If you just do this right now, you're gonna get lollipops in 2 hours. 5 hours have gone by. They have no idea what time
reward. She just told you to eat dinner and go to bed.
Eat dinner so you can go to bed.
You just got conned.
But those are little lies that turn into big lies. And so something as simple as that, like a compliance lie is one of the ones that I definitely feel like can eliminate trust, especially in kids and parenting. Like a compliance lie does not help the kids because then they learn like all this time you just been trying to get me into compliance and you just been feeding me lies and nonsense.
Right. And the way you help your kids like socialize in the real world, like you are literally building a entire human from scratch. I'm saying this like I've ever built a human before, but anyway, let me talk to y'all real quick. Let me tell you something. But like you're everything that you're giving them right now. I recently saw like a Instagram reel of this dad. He was like, you have your child's location, like you're telling them not to go to this place, you're telling them not to be in a dark alley. Yeah, my kid's not going to be in a dark alley, but I started preventing them from being like victimized since they were little. I teach my kids to question everything, even the stuff that I tell them.
Yeah.
I don't rush my kids to do stuff. I had kids because life is going so fast. Kids make your life slow down.
Yes.
I sit there and I wait. If I don't care if I'm late to work, I don't care if they're late to work. My kid needs to learn how to tie their shoe. I'm not going to tie it for you because we're at a time crunch. I'll wake us all up earlier and we're all learning how to tie your shoe now.
I like that.
So he's like, everything slows down. I'm teaching my kids to question all the authorities, not just blindly say yes to people, because that's how they get like in these different types of situations. Even when I say something and then my kid asks why, I'm going to tell them why because I need them to know. Now, if it's a time where like you don't have time to ask why, then they know. But he's like, my kids know when I need them to like listen right now and when it's time to ask questions, because he'll ask them to ask them questions and he'll be like, do you want to know why I'm doing this? Do you want to know why we're doing like this? And he's like, he like makes them ask these questions so that even when they're in class and they're like going to school and things like that, he's like, it doesn't just start when they're older and you're trying to police where they are or who they're with or whatever, things like that. It starts when they're younger and you're like teaching them the skills on how to communicate and advocate for themselves.
That's good. That's good communication skills and that's good advocacy skills. And I love that. Because I've always had the open door communication, but you got to be careful with that too, because you don't want the open door communication to come out when it's not supposed to come out. So that's the part that you got to teach your kids. Like when I'm talking in this environment, like you don't got nothing to say. But, you know, when it's an open communication area, like our home, you know, I want them to understand in my house before they go out the house. So please ask here, you know, and then when they get out there, you know, I really don't want them to be lost out there alone. Like I don't want them to be so scared to struggle or to have a question and to not come home with it and be like, and then go out there and make the wrong decisions or get involved with the wrong people because they didn't want to ask me. You know, you want to go to a safe and comfortable environment to learn those lessons. But you know, we all grew up before in some generation, and so we learn in different lanes. Next question. Mia said keep it rolling because I'm yapping.
Yeah, we gotta
see one of those things.
All the questions.
She wants my question. She likes this subject. All right. Anyways, I'm going jibber jabber.
We're gonna talk on the same question the whole time.
No, we're not.
Oh,
because you're keeping me on track. Good job, Miha. What are some lies we tell ourselves? Oh snap! I didn't even read this one yet. What are some lies we tell ourselves, and how do those shape our confidence or choices?
I'm so glad the second part was there, because let me tell you something. I'd be telling myself this, and I'd be telling other people this when they be getting down about themselves. There is, in my school, there's about 200 people, right? That means I know I'm bad, right? So out of the 200 people, 20 of these people, let's get big with it. Out of 200 people, I would say about 50 people think I'm cute, right? They looking at me, they're like, dang, she cute. Dang, she cute. About 20 of those people, like, dang, like, I low-key like talk to her. Like, I low-key mess with her. And like 3 of those people are down bad for me so bad that I just make their day every time I come to school. Hello. So I go for them. I make their day.
That's a lie you tell yourself every day?
I don't really think it's a lie. I'm standing on that. That's the truth. Right, honestly, I feel like that's the truth. Now, maybe are my numbers maybe off?
Okay.
Maybe, but I'm telling you right now, I'm making somebody's day.
So that definitely boosts your confidence.
Yes, because you don't know who it is. That's kind of like the fun of it. Like, I don't know who you are, but like, did you see my outfit? It's cute.
Yes.
Type thing. I be telling other people that too. They be low key getting with them out. They be like, okay, that kind of tracks for like 50%, like the 20% of the 200.
I like that. I didn't put the whole 100% of it together, but I see it now.
Right, like out of 200 people, 50 of them think you're cute. That's like a quarter of them.
Mm-hmm. Put that pie.
That means at least 10 people down bad for you.
I like that. And so that means you walk out with the confidence that you at least got somebody in your corner at the end of the day.
That's true. Right.
That's what I would take that That's what I would take that conversation as. So I like that. And I think telling yourself lies sometimes can help you get the confidence that you normally wouldn't have. And so,
like having that little fake it till you make it.
Yes, but I don't like the fake it till you make it no more, because that mask that you put on to fake it can sometimes stay a little bit too long than you want it to.
You be making it still wearing a mask.
Yes, and so I'd be like, listen, like, it's time to put that mask away. It's time to shut down that faking part, and now let's just be real. Which, being real is still, you ain't there yet, but you still trying. Right. So that's why I think we should not say fake it till you make it. That's the lie that I feel like is really killing us, because you really got like you. Everybody in actresses, but I'm telling you, you can take a role. You can put on a role, because all of us have a job. We all have like some kind of position, and like, especially, let's just say parents who ain't planning to have no kids. You ain't planning to have no kid, but you had this kid and you got to be a parent. Now you're done to have a parent, but that ain't really what you signed up for. You just end up there. And so you got to get into that position. You get
something
into that
that peeves me is like the lie that people tell themselves when they be like having sex, but then they be like, oh, I got pregnant, but like it wasn't planned or it was on accident. There, to me, in my mind, there is no way you didn't plan or it was an accident. Like, you literally had to be assaulted for it to be an accident. Gotcha. And like, that's the only way it's like accidental or not your fault, because that doesn't involve you. That involves like the other person and their business. But ain't no way you out here willy-nilly talking about, you know what? I just got caught with this baby. Like, you just coughed on somebody and they gave you COVID. You don't get pregnant.
Another lie.
It's not like pregnancy's in the air, because if it was in the air, I'd stay at home.
Right.
I would stay home. But like, it's not like it's just like, smell like pregnancy this fall. No, that's not what's happening. That one peeves me. Like, I'm just like, there's no way. Or people be like, oh, it wasn't planned.
So that's one of those small lies. Yeah, I like that. I like that you put that there, because that's one of those small lies that you try to tell, or we nonchalantly speak out.
It's so normalized.
But it's normalized. But that's a lie, because you did.
You meant to have that baby.
Meaning,
like, what was you doing?
You know the consequences of the action.
Right.
And so, yes, I love that. And I love that about Mia, because that's why Mia just talks it real, because it's no fluff with her as far as that part, because you know the consequences of the end, which I always teach them, you know, consequences and choices. Make choices you can live with, and, you know, understand that with that choice comes a consequence. Right. And so, like she's saying, and no point in you telling a lot of that baby was an accident, because there's no accident when
there's no point in you telling the baby that. There's no point in you telling anybody that this wasn't planned. You might as well act happy and act like you did it on purpose, because you basically did. Yeah, you really, really did.
Yes, because if you weren't ready for the end game of that, which is having a child, then you definitely need to not be in the act.
Right, and there's like so many other ways you could do that without getting pregnant. And I'm not even talking about like just birth control. On your own time, separated from other people. You just wanted to play them goofy games and get a baby.
So the next question was, when do you think a lie feels easier than the truth? And I think what we just described is that it's one of those normalized lies that everyone is telling.
That everybody tells themselves, like, you didn't get pregnant on accident. Yeah. You and Jimmy Neutron had that baby on purpose, bro. People, please.
Not Jimmy Neutron.
Yes, that's what the baby
Right down in the comments.
The baby daddies be looking like Jimmy Neutron.
Jimmy Neutron. How many of you fell in love with that Jimmy Neutron and then you stuck? You done got yourself stuck in the situation.
Oh my gosh.
And I truly think
Wait, what's the question?
I think that's a lie too. It said the next question was, how do you think?
Oh, lies.
When do you think a lie is more easier than the truth?
Okay.
But it obviously has the consequences, because then the truth. If I told the truth, then I won't even be scared of the consequence, because there's no consequence when I tell the truth. Like, I can't do this because I ain't ready for the baby part.
If you pregnant, I mean, it ain't no lie to tell. You pregnant.
You pregnant.
What you gonna say? You're not pregnant,
right?
Your baby gonna grow.
So the part after, like she's saying, you already pregnant or you already have the baby, which is what she's saying. Like,
right?
You telling the kid that you was an accident this whole time, but there's no point in telling that lie. The baby's already here. You already did the action. Now the consequence is here. Like she said, own up to it. And so, how much better would the world be if we just owned up to the actual action? Like, you don't like that. Say you don't like that, especially with food.
Hello, I feel like personally, lies are more comfortable when you tell them to like a general population of uneducated people. Like, I feel like especially like in America, I've been to a couple other places, but like not too many. But like, I feel like in America, it's so lie based that everybody's like trying to find the truth. This is the problem. Everybody thinks they got it. They think they got the truth. But really, they're getting scammed. And like, if the truth is one thing, then how does everybody get so many like different versions of like when people say they're living their truth? Like, it just seems like,
how come there's
you just lied?
Different versions of the truth,
right?
But there's also different types of people and different versions of people, or different lifestyles of people. So they're living the truth that's comfortable for them.
True. Not like in the truth, like, oh, my dad is white and your dad is black.
Oh, okay.
Not like that. Like, obviously we have differences, guys.
Okay.
The truth as in like, how come we get so many different things?
Got it.
Like, let's say like you think the truth is women should just be able to like have an abortion whenever they want to, regardless of circumstance. Then you think the truth is that's wrong. Okay. How do we get to those two different assumptions? I mean, we all have our own like think, but then sometimes you have groupthink, and groupthink is when it gets like dangerous, because groupthink is most likely a lie. Groupthink is like when majority of people think something, but sometimes people don't know why they think it, or they have unreasonable
what is the root
right. You don't know why you're thinking that way, and you have unreasonable reasons to think that way.
And that's how 38-year-olds like me come to a wake-up call, and they're like, you know what?
She having a midlife crisis.
I've been living like this all my life, and this is why. And I don't even like the this is why part of it. Right. And I would like to change it now. And that's the part we want to eliminate in our youth. That's definitely the part I want to eliminate in my kids. Especially when it comes to men, I will snatch out that man out that car for them.
How many times does she keep saying
I'm going to say it.
Man up?
I'm going to say it until it never becomes a reality in my kid's life, because your confession becomes your possession. And I'm telling you, they're not going to possess no goddamn bozo or no fool around me. Not as long as I'm breathing.
A good credit score, you better not snatch him out my car.
He got to have more than a good credit score, honey.
And a car in the house.
And he slap you around every day.
Oh no, he's getting shot. You ain't even got to snatch him out the car. He'll have no car for me to snatch him out of, because he'll be shot already.
Just making sure we got to put it
I feel
down.
like sometimes I feel like another lie that people say, or another lie that like society tells themselves, is like having to name things like that you want in a relationship that should come with the relationship.
That part.
Like, I've like making a pros and cons list is cool to me. Like, I feel like sometimes you gotta weigh that person out. Like, what you doing, what you not doing. Mm-hmm. And I get the communication of what you should do, but being kind, being respectful, those are not things I should have to say I want. Those should be like, that should come with you as a person. I just feel like if you can't be kind and respectful, like, why are you out here looking like a YN? Please go back inside. Oh my gosh, I'm going to go back inside. That's what I'm going to do.
Yeah, I hate those unspoken things too. Like, why do I have to tell you, you have to act like this? You know, I mean, we all fall short, and I had to be adjusted and corrected in a lot of instances to grow up and mature too, to learn how to communicate, especially like, let's just talk about etiquette. Some of us took etiquette classes where you learn how to eat with all the 5-course meals and stuff like that. Like, that's not something you just know, right? You have to learn that. But we're talking about the characteristic of something like being humane. Right. That part should come with the human being that is approaching you. Right. And so, yeah, if you don't have those values, then yeah, like, go kick rocks. What role does forgiveness play when someone we love hasn't been truthful?
What role does forgiveness play when someone you love hasn't been truthful? I'm not gonna lie. I feel like everybody has lied to their family, once or like everybody, we be lying to your family on a daily basis. Probably can't even go lie. My family be lying to me. I be lying to them. They be lying. We be lying. That's how it go. You be like, who got the last pizza roll? I ain't never seen a pizza roll a day in my life.
Lies.
But like sometimes you gotta like lie to your family members to kind of hype them up in a way.
True. Like when it comes to attire and fashion and
right. Like if your little sister walks out, true story. My little sister be walking out in the craziest fits of the scene, craziest fits of the year. And what always happens is when we all be like, "What in the world?" She'd be the only one to ever get a compliment on the outfit.
Every
time. I'm telling you, every
time
it gotta be the fact that they are like, she's bold.
Yes,
because I'm wearing jeans and a t-shirt.
Right, that part.
And it gotta be the boldness. But she'll walk out in these outfits and we'll be like, mm-hmm. And like the air just leaves like our body, and then we go,
real talk, friends.
That's fire. That's fire right now. You really put that on. You really did that right now, boy. But like in our head, we're like, oh my Lord. And we like suck it up and walk around with her because, you know, like here we are.
We have to let her walk in her confidence.
But that's what I'm saying. Like,
and I'm telling you, and everywhere we go, everybody's like, oh, you look so cute. Oh, that looks so nice. Oh, girl. And I'll be like, you know what? What's happening? What are y'all looking at?
The world got to be into sometimes. So.
Yes. So, I mean, but it's wild. But, I mean, you doing it, what do you call it? Stop in the name of love. Like, sometimes you do it in
like
the name of love.
Sometimes you have to hold your tongue. And I know some people are like, okay, well, holding your tongue is lying. There's too many things that are categorized as lying for you to like evade the lies. Mm-hmm. You're going to say it to somebody eventually. You're going to say, oh, girl, you look good today. When in reality, they probably don't. Or like, my thing is, if you can't fix it in 5 minutes, I'm not going to tell you. Mm-hmm. Which would technically be lying because I didn't tell you the truth. Right.
Or if there's not a profitable solution, but there also is a weight to every situation. So it depends on if this situation is going to make or break me. Like them walking out in their outfits, that's not a battle I fight. Now there's certain things that I know I do not permit them to wear, but I've always their hair and their bodies, like I don't do that. I don't play that game of, you know, like that's inappropriate to the extent of their individuality. You can be free in that aspect because I feel like that's not a battle that I should fight, because at the end of the day, they have to dress themselves and they have to walk out of the door looking confident for them, like what they want to see when they look at that man in the mirror. And so that's one of the situations that I don't control. And there's people who control like every little aspect of them to the point of like
that's true.
Everything. I don't like parenting.
Like if you're parenting your like kid that. To where like your house is such a controlled environment that if you walk outside and it's like, like, no, like your kid is going to lose their mind. Like, unless you plan on like you're a cult and you plan on locking them in your basement for the rest of their lives, like you cannot shelter your kids so much that they don't know anything. Like the whole like sex, drugs thing, like those are two real things. They're two things that are out there and they're prevalent. Yeah. No way you're gonna like expect your kid to like, grow up, let's say 18. They leave at 18, they're gonna have a culture shock. They're gonna lose their absolute mind, and then you're wondering like why your kid's not on track. Or, I never raised them that way. Timmy is out exploring cocaine. No, because you never told Timmy like what that means. Like you never gave him the right tools to do what he's supposed to do. Now you're out here sounding all sad, like you were just a saint of a parent when you told your kid absolutely nothing. Yeah. You're supposed to know the plans of the enemy so that you can avoid the plans of the enemy. You just out here telling your kid everything else. And don't keep me wrong, tell your kid all the good stuff, but like parents who think avoiding the bad stuff mean it doesn't come to your door is crazy.
Period. Yes. Please.
If that literally makes it come to your door because like, yo, you don't know about me? Let me tell you about me. Let me tell you about me though.
Let me show you. Yeah. Avoidance is not going to help you at all. Like I'm telling you, if you too uncomfortable to do, you better find somebody who is comfortable to do it.
You better culture shock them kids.
If you really want to, like, you can't be like, everybody can only wear green in my house. No other colors are permitted. Like they did, like, in some instances of our tradition, like, certain music was, like, not allowed. Like, music literally transformed my life. Like, it is the reason why I live. It's the reason why I sing. It's the reason why my kids hate to say a single word, because every word reminds me of a song. But those songs give me life. I have a type of character that gives me life because of songs. And it doesn't have to be a certain genre. But we already had that conversation. We talked about all the different songs. But I'm saying, like, you cannot dim their light. Right. These songs are what made me, for sure. I know music in general, like, every little song, I can use a word and I can put a song to it. And so you don't want to dim their light in the aspect that you know they're shining, especially like with my girls for fashion. And so I do not allow myself to dim their light in that aspect. But when it's out of control, I'm like, listen, I can't today. You're gonna have to go try again. Go change that thing because it's not gonna work.
Some things are just like beyond the standard. But I mean, other than that, I would say just one, like letting your kids be free and telling them like the entire truth sometimes.
And don't lie to pacify, like at all. Do not lie to pacify. Do not lie to save your own behind. If you're wrong, you're wrong. I've learned that the hard way. That somebody that I left the car around the corner. I really got my car repoed. Me and remembering this car situation to this day.
She could have told me that, and that could have been a lesson. It could be like, when you don't do this, then this is what happens. Like, let's talk about like financial literacy or something. Like, she could have easily segued it, but she said, I'll park the car down the street. So I come home, like, did you find the car? About you, but I'd be mad if I park my car somewhere and I didn't remember where it was. And I'm trying to, because I'm solution. Like, I'm trying to get you a solution. Like, how about let's put the key
find the car
and we can find it. Like, what is he doing? Like, why are we capping right now?
Do not
But that would be like my staple lie that my mom definitely told me, because she told me to go warm up the car. Yeah. Every time I warm up the car, bro, the car gone.
The car is gone. Repo. Teach your kids what that actually means. Do not tell them your car is around the corner.
Because I'm going around the corner trying to look for the car.
Right. And she about to go get whoever took the car.
That's what I'm saying. Like, where is our car? This the type of child
that is upset.
Where is our car? That car was
you
killed.
Can't just take my mama car.
I'm mad.
And she got to deal with it. Where is my mama car?
She's kicking.
When actually mama didn't pay her bill and now mama car got taken. So yes, don't tell them lies. Okay, I'm gonna leave one more and then we gotta go, friends. We are running out of time. Wait, sorry, I can't read.
Oh Lord.
What did we each learn about honesty growing up? That's a good
one. I would say like when like originally I would say my parents had a lot of like discrepancies. Like it'd be like they would tell me one thing and then I would see a different thing. So I learned like lying was very like prevalent. Like it was very, I mean, like not really like you lie to tell the people you love, but it's kind of just like a get on to go on type of thing. Yeah. Like I was just like, okay, you saying this, but that is not what happened. And so obviously you lying. So let's just all lie together. But I mean, as I was older, like one, it just kind of became pointless. Like I really haven't lied since I was like, how old am I now? Like 15. 15 is when I really stopped. My mom started asking me things and I was telling her the truth so much she was getting surprised.
Like, wait a minute.
She was like, huh?
I didn't want to hear the truth for real.
She said, did you do this? I said, yep, I did that.
Does.
And I did this too. And she's like, just flabbergasted.
Like, I wasn't ready. Like, I'm just waiting. I'm so used to the lie. I'm like,
she's so ready to investigate.
Now I really gotta now I gotta really have a real conversation because she ready to tell the truth. Now what?
That's what I'm saying. Like, let's just get that part over with. So like now it's just like, I'm going to tell you the truth regardless, which gives me the ick sometimes because when people ask me for the truth, I give it to them. But some people mess around. I'd be like, I literally have to give a disclaimer. I'd be like, do you really want me to tell you what I'm thinking? Like how I feel? And they're like, yes. But don't say yes if you really can never handle that.
Right.
Don't say yes me and tell me the truth because I'm not going to give you that little sweet, cute truth. Like, oh, you know what your hair is like? Not being like rude, but not really with the hair thing because that doesn't really like apply. I'll be like, you know, let's try this, let's try that. But like, if you want me to give you like the nitty gritty on something, you need to go ask somebody that's going to be nice to you first because it's just not going to come out that way for me. And you're going to be like, oh, me is mean. I'll be like, I really never cared.
Yeah, and that's what I take away as honesty. Like I desire it now. Because honestly, that honest conversation was a whole lot easier than the one with the lie in it. And so, you know, I think it activated that part as far as when you really ask a question and that person tells you the truth, it's a whole nother conversation rather than a conversation when they lie because you already was expecting the lie, you're ready for the lie. And now you got a whole plan for the lie because you came there ready for it.
Right, came there ready for the lie. They told you the truth, and now she just like, oh.
But now imagine the day where you get the truth. And now you just get down to the core of it, which is what we do now. Now we can not waste time on the lie, the investigation, the what happened, well, this is how I know you lying. It eliminates all of that. Now you talk about, okay, now why did this happen? What's the solution? Instead of going through all that rigmarole of what lies do to your life. And so for me, I desire it. And that's what I take away as like growing up beyond lies because the lies, left so much imagination, that whole background check part. Like in your brain, you go through the whole rigmarole of what you about to do because you know this lie happened, especially when you're talking about relationship. Like you already done caught them up, you got pictures, you got text messages, and you ready, but you still gonna ask that fool, was you talking to Konisha? You know he talking to Konisha because you got the text messages. All right,
listen.
And so personal. Can you calm down? That's what I say. I desire it now because I don't play them games with other people, and I don't want those games played with me. So let's just tell the truth. Like, let's get down to it, and let's not play those games because the conversation is a lot easier. It's shorter. You get to the root of things, and you don't have to have so much drama. So that's my takeaway.
I feel like me and Mom are like complete opposites because I'm not even gonna ask you. I'm just gonna like leave you alone.
Yeah, and I like that too because that's dealing with people. Like, I'm a parent is what I'm talking about. I gotta keep dealing with my kids.
You said that dude and Quenisha though.
But yeah, with the relationship, that's easy. Yeah. Once they show you something foolish, then yes, that's an easy way for you to exit without even having to approach it again. Yes, that's what lies can do for you in the good way. Right. They want to keep lying. All right, well, you out of my life now, fool. All right, you take you and your lies down wherever it's gonna stay at because you ain't got to do with me. Exactly. Goodbye. So today's it went by so fast. Like our time goes by so fast, it makes me so sad.
When we get the yapping, bro, we get the yapping.
That's how it happened. When we get the yapping.
We should trademark that. Nobody steal us with the trademark.
The Lies One Tells was today's podcast. Thank you guys for tuning in. We look forward to talking to y'all some more, and we look forward to our next show. So please tune in our next show every Friday, 7 p.m. Follow us and subscribe to us on YouTube. See you later.
Later. Thank you.